Hi guys, my name's Bren, and today I'm going to be reviewing some of the fall 2014 Bath & Body Works candles. These are currently testing in some of the White Barn stores, but they will be out in, most of them hopefully will be out in the Bath & Body Works stores within the coming months. I've been a really big Bath & Body Works fanatic slash collector is probably a better word for a long time, and I have tons of all of their stuff, buckets of wallflowers, tubs of lotion, and a lot of the candles. And I really like to review things because I'm just kind of dorky like that. And I've often thought about reviewing this stuff. I'm a huge fan of all of the Bath & Body Works bloggers and video bloggers out there who do reviews, but I didn't really see a point because unlike some of those wonderful people, I didn't think that I lived near a test store, so I didn't really see a point because by the time I got my hands on all this stuff, it was nationwide and there were already reviews about it, a lot of them by other people, and you could just go to the store and smell it yourself if you wanted to know what it smelled like. But then I started to hear that there was a test store somewhere in northern Illinois, which is where I live, and with a little bit of, well, a lot actually, of digging and Googling and asking around, shout out to the Life Inside the Page blog. She finally helped me figure out which store it was. There are a few White Barns in the Chicago area, and this one isn't really, I've heard it called the Chicago store too. I mean, to me, it's like at least an hour outside at least of like actual Chicago city limits. But I guess if you're not from Illinois, then it's all just Chicago, right? I actually, funny thing, used to work like across the street from this mall, but now I don't live or work by there. I'm like about 90 minutes away, but I made the trek in today. It was worth it. I'm thinking that when the holiday candles start testing, I will make another trip and hope. That's my cat in the background if you heard that. And hopefully they'll have, this store will remain a test store and they'll have all the holiday scents too. And then I will go and I will try to buy them all and do a really big haul and review those. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, I would appreciate it if you'd subscribe. There's really nothing on this channel yet, but hopefully there will be more stuff soon. Today I did just a very little mini haul. I didn't have tons of money to spend, so I just got the ones that I liked. Love Kelly XOXO, I think I've got that screen name right. She's great, and she did a review already where she got like 30 of the test candles, so that was amazing. So I'm just kind of adding my 2 cents in here, but I did, even if I didn't buy them, which I got them 2 for $22. But they would not let me use any coupons. I mean, I had tons of Bath & Body Works coupons, and I had I still have like a ton of survey coupons, and you should see the ones in my purse. They wouldn't let me use those. I asked like 3 different people. I told them I heard at the Ohio White Barn you can use Bath & Body Works survey coupons. They just kept saying, no, we're a totally different store, and I'm looking around like, really? Okay. So I got them 2 for $22, but I know that if I could wait, I would get them even, for an even better deal when they come out to Bath & Body Works, and I can use the coupons with the sale. But I did make note of how I felt about all of the candles that they had there. I was writing stuff down like a dork, taking some pictures. It was a little tough because the sales associates, it's a small store, and there was 1 behind the counter and 3 on the floor, and they were just on me. Like, I must have looked like I meant serious business because I didn't have a moment without one of them talking to me the whole time. So anyway, but I was writing stuff down anyway, whatever. I will start, so I'll get started now finally. I will start with the Artisan Market line because that's the one that's coming out first. Let's see, I've got the coupon here, and according to this, it should be coming out on, these should be coming out on August 4th. I did see the mini Masons there today. They had it in the banana fragrance, but I forgot to snap a picture of those. She said they were $4.50, which seems like a ripoff because they're not much bigger than like the mini candles. I mean, they're just like a tiny bit taller, still pretty small. I don't know. They're cute, of course, but those minis are a little overpriced as it is. She didn't say there were a sale. There was a sale on those. Okay, so the ones I did get from this line. First of all, the banana one, which I know, sorry about that light glare there. I know that this is one that a lot of people have really been looking forward to a lot. And this, I think, is going to be like their flagship fragrance from this line. I mean, it's the one that's featured on the coupon. It's the one they had in the minis. And they had it in Wallflowers today. And I gave that photo to the Life Inside the Page blog, and she posted it. I don't have a blog to link it to, but that's what the Wallflower looks like. That I could splice it into this video if I wanted to fiddle around with iMovie enough, but I won't bother. Okay, so I've heard that this one just kind of smelled like banana candy or banana taffy or something and not much else, which is misleading because, you know, what's going on with the nutmeg bread pudding part. I kind of disagree with that. It definitely is mostly like a banana candy, but I do get an undertone of some kind of spice. I don't know. It's not just a banana candy. Overall, it's very mild though, and I'm a little worried about that. I'm a person, I like a really strong throw. Like if I'm burning a candle, I just want it to like smack me in the face, fill up the apartment. I mean, I have a 1-bedroom apartment and I have 4 wallflowers plugged in, so I like a lot of fragrance. If a candle is too light, then I feel like I can smell like the scent of something burning more than I can actually smell the wax. Like pink sangria was that way to me. I'm like, it smells like something's burning, but I didn't smell like the cold throw at all. And when I get a candle like that, sometimes I'll melt it rather than burn it, and that kind of helps. But I'll be really curious to see how this burns. And the other thing is too, I figured once I did burn through some of these that I would make maybe another video saying how they performed and how they threw. So subscribe also if you want to see that. So this one's good, but it doesn't quite meet my expectations, but I do think there's a little undertone of some spice or something besides just banana candy. That's the prevailing scent though. Okay, this one, the Blackberry Bramble Tea. I expected that it would smell like blackberry spice or very close to that, but it doesn't. You want to know what it smells like to me, and this is kind of crazy. To me, it smells a lot like this one, the Blueberry Pumpkin Patch. It definitely smells like blueberry. Yeah, I mean, it's almost identical to this one to me. Which I didn't really like Blueberry Pumpkin Patch. I love blueberry. One of my very favorite candles, and this is going to be a little blasphemous of me right now to pull this out, but one of my favorite candles is Yankee Blueberry Scone. It's like the only Yankee candle that I have. But to me, like, this is a good blueberry scent. It's, you know, it's like a muffin or a blueberry pancake or dessert or something. And what they did with Blueberry Pumpkin Patch, I just don't think pumpkin goes well. So to me, it smelled kind of chemically, funky, weird. And now I can't stop smelling that here. In the store, I was like, oh, it smells like blueberry. I'll get it, even though I wasn't sure about it. What I'm getting is a blueberry with spice. I mean, maybe not exactly the same as Blueberry Pumpkin Patch, but more blueberry than blackberry. We'll have to see how that one smells burning too. It's okay. Other ones that I didn't get, but that they had. Well, first of all, I was really disappointed that they didn't have the pistachio. It's supposed to be like malted pistachio truffle. I went in there like thinking that was the one I wanted, I was most excited about. They didn't have it. They'd never even heard of it. But let's see. The bourbon butterscotch smells just like butterscotch chips, like that you cook with, like chocolate chips. They have butterscotch chips. It's like you open a bag of the butterscotch chips. It's good. I didn't get it, but I probably will get it when it comes out to the Bath & Body Works stores. If it's something is too sweet, I don't like it, even though I really do like dessert scents, but I might give that one a shot. Cayenne caramel was so weird. Really cute packaging, so it's got a little chili pepper on it. You can smell that. I mean, it smells like you took like not like a jalapeno, but like I think of like a red Fresno chili, because that's what it looks like on the package. It really does smell like you cut one of those open and you put some caramel with it, and that's what it smells like. But I don't know if that's not a scent that I want my apartment to smell like a chili pepper, but I don't know. It's unique. They did not have chestnut glazed croissant. Wasabi apple was super weird. It smelled like wasabi, and I like wasabi on my sushi, but I do not want my place to smell like wasabi. So what I was getting from it was an apple scent that's really, really chemically. Um, Not good. I mean, I think maybe wasabi's kind of trendy right now, you know? I've seen it on a lot of food items that you eat, and maybe they're trying to follow that trend, but that's a weird thing to want like your house to smell like, I think. Vanilla chai was good. I don't like clove, so that's why I don't like to drink chai tea either. And a lot of pumpkin scents that do have a lot of clove in them, because clove is often in pumpkin pie, I don't really like. And I think that's why I don't really like sweet cinnamon pumpkin either. But if you like clove, you'll like this. It does smell like kind of a vanilla tea type of scent. But I definitely smell the clove. And then sea salt and maple popcorn. This was one of the first ones that one of the sales associates like shoved in my face. I shouldn't put it like that, but they were just swarming me the whole time. Just smell this one. Um, and and side note, I mean, when I go to my local Bath and Body Works, they know me. Like, they don't even, they talk to me and we conversate, but they don't try to tell me about the sales or help me out or whatever, because they know I know what I'm doing. But I think it's so funny sometimes when I walk into a new store or I get a new associate that comes up to me like, you have buy 3 get 2 free. Okay. Because like, I obviously know. But these girls kept trying to get me to smell like the summer sips, and I'm like, no, that's not what I'm here for. And anyway, tangent, totally. But sea salt and maple popcorn, she's like, this is my favorite one in this line. And I smelled it, and right away I'm like, oh, yeah, it's Summer Boardwalk. That's all it is. And then she smelled it again, and she's like, oh, yeah, you're right. And I'm like, yep, it's the American Boardwalk, whatever you want to call it. That's what it is. Possibly, I wrote down, it's Summer Boardwalk, but maybe slightly more of a food court scent. Yeah, but, I mean, food courts smell like Summer Boardwalk, too. So that's what I got from that line. We'll move on to the Pumpkin Cafe collection is what they're calling it. This was the first one I put in my cart, the vanilla pumpkin marshmallow. It's really good, and I heard this one might not make it, but I think it should. The thing about this line is that a lot of the scents smell the same as each other. Like, I don't think you have to buy one of each candle in the Pumpkin Cafe line because they all are very similar, like all of them to each other. But this one adds something different. It has a bit of a frosting smell to it, kind of like pumpkin cupcake. And by the way, I'm not really going to talk about the ones in this line that are repeats. Pumpkin cupcake, pumpkin pecan waffle, sweet cinnamon pumpkin. I mean, I've got a pumpkin cupcake from 2 years ago still that I'm working on. And it's good, it's great. But you guys know what those smell like. But this one kind of smells like that because it does have the vanilla, or I think there's no vanilla. Yeah, it is vanilla in there. The vanilla gives me that frosting element. You do smell all of it, though. You smell all 3 things. It's really yummy. But similar to pumpkin cupcake. I might not have to pick up another pumpkin cupcake because I've got this one. What else? Okay, so the pumpkin sugar donut. So I went in there. We all know what cinnamon sugar donut smells like. And then last year they had cider donut. So I'm thinking, where's it gonna range here? And it's not like this. I mean, that's just your cinnamon sugar. And it's not like this. Which, this one, I really liked it. I had, like, 3 of these. It got, like, a bad rap because I think people were disappointed that it wasn't cinnamon sugar donut coming back, but I really liked it. You get the apple and the donut in there. But now, this one, it's similar to cider donut, just without the apple. And then, instead, you get a little bit of, like, a pumpkiny pie in there. It's good. It's not wowing me or blowing me away, but I bought it, so it's good. I meant to buy pumpkin spiced cider, and I got to my car and realized I thought I had that one in my bag, and I didn't, so I'll wait till it comes out at regular Bath & Body Works because I didn't want to go back in there. But it smelled really similar to spiced cider. This is 2 year ago packaging too, but this came out last year as well. Really similar to this, but a little less strong, less spicy, with that pumpkin thrown in, that kind of pumpkin spice scent instead of just a straight spice scent. But similar to this, and this is one, I mean, yeah, everybody knows Bath & Body Works. They repeat scents a lot, and they take the same scent and they just change it a little bit and market it as something completely new. But I actually like them doing that with the pumpkin spice cider, because this scent's been done, you know, so much. Now they still have it, but it's slightly different. I thought it was an improvement for the better, and I look forward to actually getting that one. I'm mad that I didn't get it today. What else from this line? Okay, so pumpkin cinnamon bun was very mild. It does smell exactly like what it said, but very mild. I expected it to throw more. This one's funny to me. Pumpkin caramel swirl. That's, I think, a repeat to where they had a very similarly named one last year. But I picked it up and smelled it, and you know what it smelled like to me? And this doesn't make any sense, but it smelled like cinnamon frosting. I wrote that down with an exclamation point. Pumpkin caramel swirl. Nothing there says cinnamon or frosting, but I swear it smelled just like this to me. Weird. I don't know why, but that's what I got. Oh, and then the list that I had looked at of names of these candles said pumpkin vanilla latte, but that must have been a typo, or someone said something wrong or whatever, because they have pumpkin caramel latte just like last year in this line too. I'm not a big caramel person. It's too sweet. I mean, I do burn the summer boardwalk, but I can't burn it a lot because it's too sweet to me. Pumpkin pecan waffles last year, I remember everyone was raving about it. I thought it was too sweet. When I smelled it today, I kind of was like, oh, you know, I can see why people do like this. And maybe that's one that I'll pick up in a mini or something and try it again. The minis, not good for much, but I like them if I want to sample something, you know, and just kind of see how it is. All right. The last two collections, the We Love Fall and the Autumn Nights, have a lot of repeats and nothing really new. Let's see, which one should I talk about first? Well, I'll talk about the Autumn Nights first, because in the Autumn Nights collection, Autumn's a repeat. I got my last year Autumn here. Flannel's a repeat. Harvest Gathering's been done before. Marshmallow Fireside, of course, has been done before. That one too. Caramel Cider is just like Cider Lane. I think it was called Cider Lane. I knew that was a repeat, but I was thinking it had a different name last year. And there was a candle, I think it was Cider Lane, and it had red wax, but Caramel Cider, to me, is like the same thing. The only one new in that line was Autumn Nights. And Autumn Nights smells a lot like autumn, but less. Somebody else said it was a dirtier version. I would agree with that. It's less clean. It's less crisp. It's basically like autumn, but with a little bit of cologne in it too. So you still get that apple scent that this one has, but with kind of a soapy cologne in there. Not really my thing, but it was not bad. And then you go to the and the one thing about those lids, if you guys have seen pictures of the Autumn Nights collection, they have like the leaves coming down from the lids, so you have to pull the lid off straight. I was like in the store and I had my basket in one hand and I'm trying to, you know, palm a 3-wick and open it so I can smell it with one hand. You can't do that with those. They wouldn't open because of the leaves. You have to pull it straight off or you'll bend them, and they're cute, but it's almost kind of annoying. The We Love Fall collection, the only one I got from that is the Trick or Treat, which I'll get to actually, but let me talk about the others first before I comment on this one. So Autumn Sky was super hard to put my finger on. I wrote down, it's a cologne scent and it's a soapier cologne, like some men's colognes smell like soap. This one is kind of like that, with a slight bit of apple, almost like the Autumn Nights. Like the Autumn Nights fall somewhere between autumn and Autumn Sky. They're all very similar once again. Cologne, soap, slight hint of apple, and that crisp outside type of, you know, smell, kind of like leaves, which is a repeat from this collection. Pumpkin apple. As soon as I walked in there, one of the sales associates was like, "Smell this pumpkin apple," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I love that one, but I'm only here for new today." The other thing I really got a kick out of, like I said, when I go into my local Bath & Body Works, they know, but sometimes they'll get a new person, and I know they're just doing their job. But I had this woman be like, you have to smell this one, and I'm getting all excited. What is it? What is it? She's like, smell it. It's watermelon lemonade. She's like, have you ever smelled this before? I'm like, yeah, I've smelled it in all 4 packagings. Don't worry, I have a lot of that one. Yes, it's good, but not what I came for today. Sweater Weather's a repeat from that collection. And Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin is in that collection as well. And obviously that one's a repeat. Tailgate is also a cologne scent, but it's a very mild one. And actually, if I were into cologne scents, that would be the one that I would want. Not a soapy type cologne, just a men's cologne. A milder black tie, maybe. Let's see. Salted caramel corn. I was like, really? This smells just like sea salt and maple popcorn, just like Summer Boardwalk. Perhaps this one in the We Love Fall collection, the salted caramel corn, slightly more mild than the Summer Boardwalk or the sea salt and maple popcorn. But like, really, Bath & Body Works, why do you have you just have 5 cents and you change them all very slightly? I mean, I don't know. That just seemed like a repeat. Green Apple Orchard. I really wanted it to smell like a green apple candy or something, but it actually smelled a lot like the wasabi apple. I mean, if they would have slapped the word wasabi on that one, I would have thought that was in there too, because it was really, really chemically. I know. I mean, if you're going to get an apple scent, go with the pumpkin apple. That's at least different. I don't know. Not impressed with the Green Apple Orchard either. But now let's talk about this one. So I had been hearing that it was a lot like Marshmallow Fireside, but without the fire smell in it. But when I smelled it, to me, it smells exactly like Marshmallow Fireside, like no difference. And I even went over to the Marshmallow Fireside candle and smelled them side by side, as I will do again right now, but I smelled it with the new one today, and absolutely no different. All of these candles, too, have fingerprints in them. I don't know. My mom does that. She walks into a store, she starts rubbing on it. And I know that releases, the scent oils, so you can smell it better, but it annoys me. I hate fingerprints in my candles. But all of the sales associates at this White Barn were all doing that. Smell this one. So all of them have, random weird people's fingerprints in them. I guess, whatever. Maybe I'm just being a little OCD. But, yeah. I don't smell any difference. I mean, maybe there's a little less of that fire smell, but I feel like because I bought this one, I do not need to buy, Marshmallow Fireside unless I burn through, which it's very possible. I mean, my favorite ones, I'll buy 3 at a time or something like that. I have a million Market Peach candles because that's my all-time favorite. It's good. It's really good. When I checked out, the girl was like, oh, my favorite. Then I told her it smelled like Marshmallow Fireside. She was like, really? And I'm like, go smell them both. But it's good. It's good. And I don't like the color of the wax, though. Gray, it's ugly. I mean, I don't know. Anything else would have been better. Even the lighter gray of Marshmallow Fireside, reverse them. That would make more sense name-wise. This one, it says a scary good blend of freshly toasted marshmallow, smoldering woods, and vanilla bean. So, I don't know. Sounds like Marshmallow Fireside to me. A couple of other things. There's a butternut squash candle in the test stores that's from the new, it's not the fresh picked line, but it's it came out July 7th, and there's heirloom pumpkin in it and some other ones. This butternut squash one didn't make it nationwide, but they still had it at this White Barn, and I smelled it, and it was another one where I really couldn't put my finger on it. I didn't know how to describe it, because it doesn't smell like squash. I mean, I like butternut squash. It's okay. This smelled more like I was smelling the uncut, outside of the vegetable, or I was at the grocery store in the produce section. A clean scent, but it didn't really smell like anything. I can see why it didn't make it. I also smelled some of the summer sips that didn't make it nationwide, but they had there. The Clementine Crush is this Sweet Clementine repackaged. It's the same exact thing. The Pineapple Lychee, I guess, smoothie smells like a pina colada. Really good, actually, and I like it better than Pineapple Palm Grass, but it's so similar to Pineapple Palm Grass. I mean, it's pineapple, that I can see why they didn't put that one out again as well. It was slightly different, a little more, bit more pina colada type of situation. But the one that I did like, and I kind of wishing I would have bought this one too, the pomegranate spritzer, I think, from the Summer Sips line, didn't make it nationwide, but when I smelled it today at the White Barn, it was really good. I didn't buy it because, first of all, I was like, no, I'm done with summer. I'm into fall. It's $11. Forget it. But also, I thought it would be too mild. I haven't been impressed with these guys that I picked up last week. This whole line to me is very mild. It's not throwing strong enough. Especially this one's really not throwing very well. By the way, this one is champagne toast without the nectarine. Like, whatever Bath and Body Works thinks is like the equivalent of a fizz smell or an effervescence, effervescence, yeah. These smell the same, and my mom agreed, and she loved champagne toast. She's like, yeah, this is the same, but like without the nectarine. This one doesn't. I don't smell the berries very much either. I might take it back. But anyway, the pomegranate one smelled to me like Crystal Light powder before you mix it, like the raspberry Crystal Light. It was kind of good. If I do find myself back out in the suburbs there near that mall, I might go in and get my pumpkin spice cider and my pomegranate spritzer candle. So anyway, that was my adventure today. This was my small haul, and stay tuned, and I will report on how these burn, and when the holiday ones come out, I'm going to go crazy, a lot crazier than today, but I was glad I could share my thoughts. If you have any questions or anything, make a comment. I will answer away, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else to add, but I don't think there is, so thanks for watching. And I'm really sorry that I kept slamming the candles down and hitting them with my rings. I had no idea it would be so loud. I didn't even think about that, but I'm not going to re-record the whole thing. I'll know for next time. Sorry.